It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Out of the gun, Ward. And that one's going to come up short. Low throw. Look at this defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to him. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive, that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, here's Ward. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The home team's offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. Throwing after the interception. Moore. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw is Ward. That is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards to go.
Throwing is Ward. That is caught. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down.
I don't care how how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing now, Ward. Gets this complete to Buto. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. When you look at this defense, against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
so on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 75 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak him here. Only a yard down to keep him, but that's all they needed. First down.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Solano looking deep here for Chase. And he's got it inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The quick feet by Jackson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
Ward. On the out route, he's got Burks. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of 16 yards. Complete to Traylon Burks.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, what a juke into space. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and goal at the 1-yard
So
line.
you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Following the fumble recovery, Solano. Room past the 35. Through the middle of the field. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
On the play. And the first down. A gain on the play of 70 yards. Results in a first down.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Back to throw. Solano, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first?
Under pressure, and down he goes. James Pierce in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Here's Horton. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. Result is a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side to Kincaid. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Vita Vea busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not budging, back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Ward. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. He may go. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Moore. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
15 yards on the play. Complete to Kayshawn Boutte.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
13 more yards.
Robinson up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. 3rd and 9 here. Ward now working out of the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports halftime report. Scott, take it away. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he returns this to the 22. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And shutting him off, now open field. From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 31.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third.
And they'll run the inside handoff. And brought down, but the juke, a very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
It's second and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. The offensive line, the job they just did.
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
They go play action with Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Operating from the gun. Ward. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good. We're on 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. Results in a 1st down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
2nd and 11. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
First down. A gain of 14. Result is a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's second down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The home team's offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's second and 10. To throw, here's Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To throw is Ward. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. And they'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Back to throw. Solano. Oh, good move. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Bayshore Tootin hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive, 4 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. So that is has now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Elliott now to have the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing is Ward. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Right back to him on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Throwing now, Ward. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. That football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Nick Martin on the coverage.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could hope for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. To throw is Ward. Throwing to start the drive. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A gain of 15 yards.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Dancing away at the 35. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
16 more yards. That's another 1st down.
Off the play fake, Ward. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ward. Nowhere to turn this time. He goes down. Sack back at the 29. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
3rd and 19. Here's Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Dances by him. And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this one is going pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And they'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards and the 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
The 38-yard line.
Off the play fake. Solano. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They work now on 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Down to the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The quick feet by Jackson. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
13.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.